about 10 seconds. Okay, we are live.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربنا افرغ علينا صبرا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي هارون أخي اشتد به أزري ويشركه في أمري كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بصيرا وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. Amen. We have studied the chapter Qadr. We are done with it, but we have not really covered the meaning of Ruh, which is the first verse, of Qadr, the second verse, I think. Ruh. We were about تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر. This verse we were studying. We had some fundamental concepts here. تنزل word. What is تنزل? It means coming down, mean الروح الملائكة, angels coming down. What does it mean? Well, ruh, oh, what does it mean? Ruh, what is that? So, بإذن ربهم, oh, they are not coming on their own will, but they are coming with the permission, with the will of your Lord. It means the one who creates and takes care of this universe. من كل أمر, from every emir, every affair, every situation which takes place in creation. Each of the events happen here. Together with the events, angels and ruh, spirit or the soul, and with the permission of God, they come down. It means, we said, roughly we studied this, but we are going to specifically concentrate on the verse, or on the word ruh, which is spirit, and angel. What does it mean? When the angel, the ruh is understood as the angel which brings the revelation to the prophet, which is called Gabriel. When we specify the name with Gabriel, whatever it is now, because we hear in the culture, in the narration, but we don't know what it is. At least we don't know what it represents. So we are going to understand all this together. So in this verse, in the chapter Qadr, first we have to seriously concentrate on tenazzul. It means coming down stage by stage to the level of creation as we experience here. It means tenazzul coming step by step, one of the meaning. The other meaning is not only coming step down, step by step, but also means coming down to the level of the addressee, tenezzul. It means, for example, when you speak, a typical example, don't say it's simple example every time the people repeat this example, but beautiful example, explains everything. By definition, examples must be clear so that we will understand what example explains for. If the example itself is difficult to understand, of course it is not useful. So we are going to understand the difficult side of it. So when you speak to the child, what do? You bow down, come to the level of the child's head, because it's smaller than you, and speak with the language that he understands. And not only the language is childish language, but also the contents of your speech must be within the capacity of the child's understanding capacity. So these are all called tenazzul. So min kulli amr, it means that everything, every amr, every command, every will that the creator prefers, wills to exist in this world. That is tenazzul in the way that we observe this universe. In fact, when we concentrate on the subject, we understand that the creation, the whole universe is nothing but tenazzul, is nothing but tenazzul. It means absolute being, infinite creator, cannot be comprehensible within the capacity of human beings, but at the same time, he is the creator of the human beings. He knows the capacity of the human beings in order to make human beings understand within their capacity, their own capacity. The creator comes down to the level and speaks and demonstrates his being, his qualities, how the human beings can comprehend it. It becomes comprehensible within the capacity of the human beings. Then this is called tenazzul. Of course, we understand from the tenazzul that as it is also used in the Quran in many various ways. Tenazzul with rain coming down, revelation coming down, angels coming down, the same word, coming down, and also God coming down. What does it mean? What do they mean for us? It seems to be so mysterious, but it is not. Our motto is what? Demystifying the mysterious appearance of the revelation, prophetic teaching, Quranic teaching, etc. How are we going to demystify it, which becomes comprehensible for us, this language? So we have to understand that the word tenazzul is not only specified to the revelation of the speech of God, which is called guidance of God. It is not only specifically used for this. In practical life, we always do tenazzul, speak to the people according to their level, according to their capacity. So it is human wisdom. So this wisdom is given to me by my creator. So my creator also is expected to be in this way, treat me in this way. Otherwise, I would never, ever comprehend I would never ever be aware that say there is a creator and this creator has such and such and such qualities unless he reveals himself to me. So what I see, the universe, it is the physical appearance of the universe with its all multitude of qualities, um, millions or billions of different kinds of creatures with innumerable number of qualities. All of them are tenezzul, coming down to the level of human beings so that we human beings can understand who the one who sends down to this universe to me that I can comprehend, I can touch, I can communicate with, or that is very exciting to me. What I am doing here when I look at the universe, when I interact with the universe, I am interacting with the tenezzul of God. Because this tenezzul took place with the will of the Creator. He willed it in this way. Otherwise, how do we know? For human beings, there is no other way to explain all these qualities the universe manifests to us, displays to us. Where did they come from? What is the source of it? I would never be able to explain the wonderful acts of different kinds of qualities performing themselves, demonstrating themselves to me. What are they coming from? How they existed in this world, or how they exist in this world. It is impossible to comprehend. Only say, this cannot happen by itself. Matter cannot put himself in this order with these qualities that we see. All the sciences, all disciplines of sciences study the qualities of the universe. It means study the qualities of the Creator as made tenezzul, came down to my level and demonstrated to me in order to teach me who my Creator is. I will use it as a means of getting to know who the source of existence of this universe, therefore the source of existence of myself is. That is one type of tenezzul. The other type of tenezzul is the tenezzul of the angels. What does it mean? Tenezzul of the angels. But the universe is a tenezzul. And angels also coming down, tenezzul. I keep using the Quranic word in order to get used to it. When we read the Quran, we will see or we will encounter on many occasions this word is often repeated in the Quran. So we will be familiar with it. So God sent, God revealed. What does it mean? What does it mean? God sent. Okay. It's not a matter of Arabic language. Even you decipher all the qualities of the word or, morphology of the word. It is this form of the verb, etc. Still, at the end of the day, what are you going to do? What do they mean? What is coming down, revealing itself, or sending down, etc. What do they mean? That is what we are studying here. We don't study the grammar, we don't study the really vocabulary, the meanings of the vocabulary, etc. But what we do here, we try to understand the mystical meaning or the apparent or dictionary, any kind of dictionary, meaning of the word. What do they mean? If you say tenezzul, if you say coming down gradually, step by step, both of them are as mysterious as equal to mysterious side, equal to each other. What does tenezzul mean? What does coming down step by step mean? Coming down, how do they come? I've never seen coming something. Yes, I see the rain coming from the clouds. Where is it? Not, what is mystery in it? So, no, the Quran has its own vocabulary, its own concepts. We have to understand this concept within the purposes of the Quran, general concept of the Quran. That's what we are trying to do here. And that is our specialty, if you like. So, Earth, the universe, is a tenazzul. Angels coming down means it's another layer of understanding tenazzul again, as far as angels coming down step by step again means, what we see here, some qualities. And it is not only meaningless cluster of atoms we are seeing here. No, not at all. Yes, atoms themselves, as the building blocks of the universe, nowadays people say, no, atoms are particles. Doesn't matter, whatever it is. The smallest part of the building blocks of the universe, as human beings can find out throughout the centuries, it changed, doesn't matter, whatever they are. They cannot be the source of the qualities manifested in them. They have no quality to give birth, if you like, to be the source of existence, to create these qualities in them. For example, if I wasn't created with eyes, I would never, ever be able to see, to understand that there is a phenomenon like seeing. I've never experienced, I don't know. Although my cells, my body, my atoms are the same, but unless I am given, I will never be able to understand what seeing means. When I am giving, I see it. That means matter cannot be the source of the qualities manifested in them. And the combinations of matters, layers of combinations of the letters, particles becoming proton, electron, whatever they call it, doesn't matter, and then atom, and then molecules, and then cells, and then organs, doesn't matter, whatever they are. Every level of manifestation full of qualities that human beings cannot finish, cannot come to the end of discovering the layers of these qualities. No one can say that that's it. We understood what atom is. We understood what electron is. Impossible. Why? Anytime you cover new qualities, they give a hint that there are some more qualities underneath my structure. That's how they speak to human beings. It means that's not how human beings perceive in their existence. Now, there are qualities, and these qualities are or cannot be attributed to the atoms. So what shall I do with them? And these qualities can be comprehensible by me as a human being. What does it mean? It's so strange. I can communicate with the qualities, and qualities cannot be attributed to the matter. Yeah, I understand. What am I going to do with it? How come that I can communicate with it? First of all, how come these qualities existed out there? How come my quality to comprehend them existed within my existence? within my being. I mean, I think the most mysterious looking side of the universe is this. And I say these qualities are like the messengers. Messengers, it means bringing the news from their creator, introducing the creator to me at my level. But I understand that the source of these qualities manifesting themselves at the same time, everywhere, constantly repeating themselves. What? With quality, the same quality manifests everywhere at the same time. What? I mean, it doesn't take time. First manifested there, second manifested there. No, at the same time. But this is only possible if the source of qualities is infinite. That's human logic. There is no other way to explain it. So we say these qualities are only the tenazzul manifestations, reflections of the absolute creator's qualities. That is only way for human beings, human logic, to find out a way of explaining it. Otherwise, we cannot find any way that takes me out and explains and satisfies me. The people may not, people have free will, they may not agree with this understanding, but they come up with, they happened by themselves. It has always been like this. Okay, it doesn't make sense to me. It has always been like this, but how it has always been like this. And the qualities continues to renew themselves. And how can renew themselves? They have no free will, they have no knowledge, they have no quality to be the source of all these qualities. It is human logic. I cannot contradict myself saying that maybe possible, but logic says no, that must be coming from a conscious, absolute being. It manifesting, demonstrating himself to me, because it is the tenazzul coming to my level so that I will understand it. For example, if an artist says, I am the best singer, well, all right, how can I know? You are the best singer? Well, I don't know. So unless this person who claims to be the best singer presents his art of singing, his song, excuse me, unless he presents his art, his act of singing to me, I can never ever have any access to understand, and access understanding the person has this quality. He must reveal it. He must come to my level of existence. It means he must perform singing in front of me. In his quality, whatever, wherever there is, doesn't matter. I don't claim they know it. Maybe in memory, in mind, in whatever it is. I don't know. It is not important to put a name on it. This person has this quality. Unless he presents it to me in a way that I can comprehend it, I would never, ever be able to understand this quality at all. So this presentation, in fact, brings the news to me that which kind of quality of art this person had or has. Exactly the same. The creation is realized, qualities are presented to me. With the qualities, the creation came down with the qualities, and these qualities are full of meaning. Like writing a book, meaningful sentences, or right speaking to me, a person performing his qualities to me. All these qualities coming from the absolute source, must be the absolute source, and coming eh, coming down to my level and presenting themselves is called in the literature of the revelation, all scriptures with the name angels coming down. It means not only the physical body of the universe is coming down, together with their meaningful qualities coming down to me. It means as creation comes down, angels bring them together. So what I am seeing here, the universe as angelic manifestation of the qualities of the creator. That that is really super for me, makes my life meaningful. When the universe becomes so precious, it means the creator is presenting his qualities with the angelic side to me and introducing himself to me. Oh, you are the one who created this universe with these qualities. I understand you are absolute. So what I do now, as the Quranic explanation says, angels glorify God when they manifest the will of the creator in this world. I join their glorification orchestra. Said, I also glorify God with you. So I will ask you this question. That is what Quran says with the word angels coming down. تنزل الملائكة. Angels come down. I would ask myself, if the Quran didn't bring this news to me, would I ever be able to taste this pleasure of being in a sacred, precious, priceless speech, creator, speech, the book, al-kitab, we will study, inshallah, if we have time today, the kitab, which brings all news about its author, with a meaning, but written on a paper. It means with the qualities, but written on matter. So this universe, from one aspect, it looks like a book. From another aspect, it looks like a speech that I can communicate with, and through reading the book or through listening to the speech and communicating with it, I am getting to know who my creator is. I am addressing my creator as he addresses me. What a beautiful, what a sacred, magnificent view of the world. Human honor deserves this. Human beings are given this ability to comprehend this beautiful experience of the universe. I am amazed always with this understanding of universe. It is amazing. So makes me first honored, second happy, and I say I have no worry about my existence, my future, etc. No. I'm comfortable here. I am in a secure place as this Baladul Amin, or secure place. it is it's مقدس. Yeah, it is in a بلد المقدس. مقدس. These are very, very interesting Quranic concepts. Anyway, we say, oh, come on. This أنت حل بهذا البلد danger, or when the Quran speaks this, we say, this is Mecca. Oh, come on, man. Come on. For me, the universe, most of the people have never been to Mecca, and they go there, but nothing stone. If they don't have this perspective, if they have this perspective, everywhere becomes Mecca. So everywhere becomes sacred for me. So we understand. And how about تنزل الملائكة والروح? Now, let me see if a friend wanted us to emphasize on the importance of the verse which studies this. There are many others, but I have chosen this word because it's, let me see, my friend is here. She asked us to study it, and I understood that it is a need. So, ruh. Now, what is ruh? Now, in fact, the body, human body, if the material side of the universe is the same, is lifeless and consciousness, nothing, where it has no significance, life that only atom with no quality, meaningless. My body, but no quality. What do? They put it in the grave because meaningless, worthless. Put it in the grave. That's it. And leave it there. Like there, the body gets rotten. That's all right. Because body side without meaning, without life, without consciousness, deserves nothing. So put it there and rots. That is how the creation demonstrates to me. As life comes to the body and spirit, which can be summarized as consciousness, awareness, all human feelings, human side comes there. For example, animals and plants also have life, but they don't have, as human beings are given, ruh, spirit. So this spirit gives meaning, makes the body a live body aware of what it is, all these qualities. So ruh comes. That means living creatures with no ruh cannot become aware of the qualities manifested in the whole universe as I am now. Now, there are other human beings, I don't blame them, I don't want to be critical of them, but they are not aware of even their being, not the meaning of the universe, not the source of the existence, not the qualities, why are they there? They say, no, matter is everything. They are living creatures, but no proper human qualities functioning in them. In order to this body to work perfectly, but I'm sorry, we will go into a very fine, deep point now. In order to act as a human being, I have to have not only body, including the body, And not also only living body, but including the living body, I have to have spirit, be careful, but functioning spirit. What does it mean? Everybody's spirit is functioning. If someone carries the book, never gets the meaning, consciousness is not functioning, disabled. You know, you can disable some apps in your computer or telephone, cell phone, or whatever the telephone you use. Yeah, disabled. If they are disabled, because we have free will, we can disable our spirit to function and become dumb in front of meaningful speech presented to me through the creation. That side of human quality is described in the Quran. Yes, the universe is created as you experience. Yes, the meaning is created as you can see and communicate with, but also spirit is coming down to your level of existence and functioning through your body and becoming aware of the source of existence of all these qualities and communicating with the qualities. That is why a ruh is represented in the classical Islamic tradition of uh, students of the Quran as the one who brings the revelation to the prophet. Yes, correct. Through the revelation of the prophet, if I prefer use, but there is a big if there. If I prefer to use my spirit in order to understand that, or investigate, actually, not necessarily only understand the conclusion, but in order to investigate what is going on in this wonderful universe, then spirit makes the inquiry. Now you can understand it. And this way of understanding the message coming coming to me through the universe can only be deciphered by the aid of the qualities of the ruh, which brings the explicit explanation of the universe, explanation of the creator, uh, explanation of the universe by the creator through the spirit. Now, this spirit is now the soul. Now, the soul represents one particular personality of a revelation, different from the revelation coming down, Tanazul of the universe, different from the, again, another layer of coming down, Tanazul of the angels. Now, Ruh, the spirit. That's why the Quran says, Tanazzalul malaikatu war-ruhu. El-ruh, it means the spirit. And this spirit comes with the meaning, but specifically in the form of speech, the meaning is presented in the form of speech that the human beings can understand through a human being who can convey it, explain it to me. That is called revelation to the prophets. But we should never forget that the spirit, yes, specifically the one coming down or sent by the will of the creator to convey the verbal explanation of what is going on in the universe, what is going on in the human beings, to a person who is appointed to carry the message and present it how it should be applied in one's word. This is called the messengers of God, prophets, apostles, whatever you call them. They are not important. So they bring this message to human beings in the form of verbal explanation, in the form of the prophets, the physical experience of this verbal explanation in his personal life, and presenting us as an exemplary practice of the speech of the Creator to help me communicate with the universe, how I should communicate with the message already ingrained in the existence of the universe, represented by the angels, and my spirit corresponds to the message and deciphers it, can read it, can comprehend it, understand it, which is presented to me through their spirit, which brings the verbal speech to the prophet, and also the meaning side that I can communicate with, meaning side of the universe that I can communicate with. All it is the revelation, the meanings are revelation manifested to me through the angels. Meaning aspect of it, specifically in the teachings of the Quran, in the teachings of especially the Torah, that Gabriel represents this. Gabriel, angel Gabriel, represents this aspect of the creation and also represents the speech presented to the prophet. That is why, as far as the prophet is concerned, he receives the message from the Spirit. As far as my communication with the universe and communication with the message that I receive through the prophet with my spirit, it means human spirit is encountering with the message of the Spirit. I mean, did you see the circle now? It is a beautiful circle, but I am not sure whether I could really explain it. It is extremely exciting how honorable the human beings are in the creator of the universe, therefore in their own creator. He is speaking to the human beings in various ways, introducing himself to us. And these تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها, in that state of understanding, in that state of consciousness, فيها, in that night that human beings wonder what is going on in this world. I don't understand what those all mysterious things are, becomes enlightened. And then you carry on your life with this enlightenment now. You got the light, you got the torch, if you like. That's what Moses in the teachings of the Quran represents. I am going to get a torch from the fire to help you understand when he's speaking to his family. It is exactly the same. We got the torch now. We know where we are going. We see what is coming in front of us. What will happen to me after I die? I understand. What my location is in the universe? I understand. Through all these means. But the key point is we should understand the universe is Tanazzul. We should understand the angelic side of the universe, which is the qualities of the universe manifested through the angels. I understand the second level. And the third level is I must understand that these qualities communicate with me in various ways, either in the way, through the action wise, or through the speech of the creator, manifest, came down through the angels to the prophet, and through the prophet I received the speech form of the same speech that I see in the universe, action-wise speech represented in the universe. It is so exciting to me. That's how I am now located. Of course, I understand. I understand that. This explanation may not fit what you have heard so far, but not totally contrary to it either. But oh, what is that? Why the Spirit, the one who, Gabriel is the one who brings the message to the prophet, and now he is resting, as if because there is no other prophet anymore until the day of doom or day of resurrection. He will be resting. This kind of understanding of angel is not enough for me. So you may be surprised that this explanation may be somehow may sound somehow not familiar. Don't be surprised. No, try to think. Does it make sense? Does give human a perfect honor that I want to be sure, I want to be secure in my life, in my being, in my life, and not only in this world, even if I am given death, still I want my existence to be present, to uh, to happen in the perfect, satisfactory way. That is the only way to receive satisfaction. Now, come to this verse now. This very interesting, the verse, وَكَذَلِكَ أَوْحَيْنَا إِلَيْكَ رُوحًا مِنْ أَمْرِنَا. So we have revealed an inspiration, a spirit, ruh. Ruhan min emrina, to you by our will. By our will. I understand. Because without his will, بإذن ربهم, as we studied in the تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم. Here, min emrina, the same thing. But this with the permission, here with the will, emr. I willed it in this way. Yeah, so it came to you now. Ruh came to you now. We understand the ruh here. Huh? إليك روحا من أمرنا. Why it is not ruh? Because it is a general meaning of the, if you like, meaningful side of the creation here. But we can understand the ruhan means an inspiration which explains the meaning of the universe. So this Ruhan min Emrina is a general understanding of it, but the following makes it specific. What is that? ما كنت تدري ما الكتاب ولا الإيمان. You knew neither the scripture, what the kitab is, scripture is, nor the iman is, faith is. What does it mean? Now, if the meaning of the universe was not disclosed to me, if the tool, which is human soul, human ruh, was not given to me so that I will understand the meaning. For example, if I wasn't given the ability to understand how to read, how to get the meaning from the book, so the existence of the book would mean nothing to me. Of course. But the book must have the meaning, and I must have the ability to read and decipher the meaning. Now, these are communicating together. It means the Ruh is manifesting itself in the universe, and the Ruh is bringing the verbal explanation of it to the Prophet, and I get it as well. As a result, it means I can say, Ma tedri, it means you knew. You who's new? Who doesn't know here? Sorry. The prophet, yes. How about you and me? Yeah. If there was no meaning revealed to me, if I wasn't given the ability, capacity to decipher the meaning, no. If there was no, I wouldn't communicate with it, even there was meaning there. So I should have a ruh. Universe must have a ruh, and also, if the verbal explanation doesn't come to me and explains verbally that I understand what all these mean, I would never be, I personally now, not only the prophet there, it is singular form, tedri. It means you near. Is a reader of the Quran now? I say yes. The first reader, the prophet, the messenger of God, was in the same position, and now I am in the same position. I didn't know. I wouldn't know. That is why those people who don't who don't bother, who don't bother to think about the meaning of the universe and try to understand it, and at the same time, look, this wonderful universe, whoever made it, must explain to me why he made such a wonderful universe, why he enabled me to read the meaning, and what does this meaning refer to? If someone doesn't bother to question this, and when the prophets appear in front of them, I mean, not physically, but the message of the prophet presented to this person, and he says, no, 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 it is just a story. I would understand by digging into the atom. Why? To find out the source of meaning, what this meaning, the quality comes from in the atom. Atom doesn't have life, does it? Atom doesn't have any quality to be the source of the qualities. The qualities it bears. It is that there. It has. It doesn't have. It is given. Like, for example, a book, studying a book and trying to uh, find out within the paper how the meaningful sentences came into existence through this paper. So it appears on the paper. What are you doing? The paper doesn't have any quality to give birth, which the Quran says, lam yalid. The paper doesn't give birth to the meaning. It means cannot be the source of the existence of the meaning. So what you have to do, you have to think of the author of the book. What is human reasoning, human experience? So if one says, no, 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 I will suffice with studying the paper and the quality of the ink on it and the quality of the lines there on the page, and I will find out the source of the meaning there. Okay, go ahead. Human beings are free. But you will never be able to do that. Why? Because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because you are looking for something which is impossible to be the source of it. It is impossible. Like, I don't know, looking for somebody for the thing. For example, I lost my, let's say, I don't know, pencil in my house and go and look for it on the street. Why? Because my house is dark. And the street, there is a street light. It is light. There's a joke like this. So, like this one, but meaningless. But you have to look at it. That paper cannot be the source of the meaningful sentences there, especially the meaning of these sentences there. So what you have to do is you have to look for a conscious being who can be the source of existence of this meaning inscribed in the writings of the in the writings which appear on the paper. So you have to say who can be the author of this book. I mean, a conscious being or what? You can look for it. Where you look for it, you will come across a news from messengers coming to human beings and saying, look, hey, there is an author. This author manifests his knowledge to you and communicates with this capacity to understand the meaning it and introduces his knowledge to you. And via introducing his knowledge, it's an example of what this is just an analogy. Analogy works only in one way. So in the book example, communicates with you through only his knowledge. But if it is an art book, communicates with you through his uh, art. That art talent. To understand different meanings and in different ways of explanations coming to us. For example, performing a singer, singing in front of you, that is also disclosing his quality of singing to you through singing. There are many, but these are human capacity. We can present one or two qualities at the same time. Whereas the universe is speaking to me myriad ways of qualities presenting to me. So I have to say, what is that? The prophet says, I'm going to introduce the author of this universe to you. Let me see. At this, we have to say, what are you saying? There is an author of the book and this universe, the book of the universe, and he's communicating to you through that. Unless this explanation comes to you, what I am experiencing in my own personal life, you can think about yourself. Don't use your pre-acquired religious concepts. Think about it freely as yourself. If you have not received any news about the Creator through the message of the prophets, if you look at the universe, what can you get out of it? Wonderful. What is going on here is quite interesting. What does it tell me? I don't know. There's something strange, mysterious. That's it. That's all. Something mysterious. That's all. It is interesting. The messenger says the meaning that you see here referring to ghaib. You did not know what the book is. It means universe is a book you didn't know. Speech of the creator is a book you didn't know. Formed into a book you didn't know. If the spirit, ruh, did not arrive to you, tenezzul to you, came down to you with this verbal explanation of the creator, you would never be able to understand this. That's why la tedri, this word comes from dara yedri. It means to be cognizant of something. It, comprehend something, become aware of something. The immediate and a simple meaning is to know it, as it is translated here, to know. No, to be cognizant of something that otherwise you will never ever be able to become aware of its existence. Who it is. Even you may say this book looks like somebody or something has written here, but I don't know. What is the meaning? Why is it presented to me? You may not know. But this spirit comes and explains everything to you. Otherwise, you and I cannot become aware of this. What this is a book. This the book has an author, and this author is now come. ما كنت تدري ما الكتاب ولا الإيمان. What is Iman? We say Iman. Oh, I know. What is a belief? Especially belief in God. What does belief in God mean? No, we are used to using preconceived vocabulary to understand, as if we use it so much, so often, that as if we understand what Iman is. What is Iman? Now, confirming that there's a creator. Yeah. Is it one, the very periphery of Iman? Is very periphery of Iman. That is a part of Iman, but just of the shell. It means there is a creator. What else? So there is a creator. So what are you going to do? Now, the Iman means going deeper into the meaning that you receive through creation, through angels, through spirit, ruh, and you become aware that belief in ghaib, that is in the description of the Quran, belief is not, there is a creator, I don't know who he is, but you cannot understand him, it is incomprehensible, and that's it. How about your communication with him? So in the language of the Quran, the belief means يؤمنون بالغيب, means believe in the transcendental side of all this creation, all these qualities that we see in the creation, all the meanings that my spirit communicates with the spirit manifested in the universe, communication, all of them referring to the qualities of the transcendental being. It means you cannot really explain and describe it in terms of this world, this universe. How? Can you describe the quality of the singer, of art of singing, the singer's art of singing talent? Can you describe it as it is in the being of the artist? Think about it. I cannot describe it. Only after I see the manifestations, as he sings to me, and as much as I am aware of the quality of the singing, I can become somehow aware of the necessity of the existence of the quality of singing. You follow this? So Iman means going through these stages and being absolutely confident and comprehending the qualities of the creator who is in ghaib, but at your level as a human being, you become aware of it. I know it is a very subtle subject. Now, it doesn't mean that you know the essence of the artist's quality of singing in his mind or in his whatever talent, whatever it is, in him, but through the manifestation of the singing and presentation of the singing, you know the singer's quality, absolutely sure that such quality must exist in this person because singer is a person. So what we will say, there is a creator. Yes, okay. But all the qualities of the creator, I can become aware of these qualities through the explanation of the revelation. It means the Gabriel brings the news to the prophet, and if I pay attention to it, if I study it, I become aware of it, and I can certify it, I can confirm it through my communication, again, through my communication, which is with the universe, which is the meaning manifested in there. Again, the spirit is uh, manifesting the meaning side of the universe with the will of the creator. uh, then I can confirm the content of the speech by the help of the meaning I extract from the universe and combine them together, and therefore become aware of the qualities of the absolute being. But these qualities that I became aware of it, be careful, are limited to my comprehension quality, capacity, as much as I can. For example, go back to the singing example, singer example. If a person like me has never studied music, I'm not saying it's bad. No, no, at all. Every created thing is, as created being is good. So if the capacity of understanding the quality of singing is limited like me, when I listen to a song, what I do, the voice seems to be beautiful and somehow sweet, smooth. And do I get the details? No. I say, well, this singer is a good singer. And there's another singer, he presents his song as well. And I say, oh, this is a good singer as well, another one. Do I see the differences in between? I've never studied the art of music. I don't know. But if I studied a little bit, I would become aware of it that much more, and more and more and more. If studying the music is my specialty, if I really learn, it means uh, increase my comprehension of the qualities of the music, art of music. And then if someone sings in front of, I say, this side is good, but there was an somehow weak point or fault. I can make the distinction. But it means everything is limited by my quality. I'm not saying by my uh, potentiality. Potentially, I can study the music and learn it. But if I don't study, I cannot improve and make progress in my capacity. So potentially, my role can communicate with the role. With the role God sends to the prophet in order to reveal the verbal form of the explanation of my reality, or the rule manifests in the universe in the form of meaning, so that I can communicate the meaning through my spirit, which is a tool to communicate with the meaning out there. It means book is there, my ability to read and understand the book is in me. They are communicating with each other, and I understand the book as much as I am familiar with the subject of the book. It is there, but if مثلا, for example, for example, if I read a medical book, I know nothing. So how much I can understand? As much as I know the vocabulary, I know as much as I studied medicine. If I don't study medicine, I wouldn't understand the book. Although potentially I can. If I started my study through the medical school, and if I went through the medical training as well, etc., I would understand much better. Now, with my limitations, I can communicate with the meaning of the universe, with the meaning which is transferred and conveyed to me through the prophets. So my limitations that are my limitations. So I have to acknowledge it, try to communicate with it by improving my capacity, because my potentiality has this capacity. But if I don't improve it, they don't come out. So they don't function. If you don't learn any subject, you know nothing of it, this side of your potentiality doesn't function. So we have to understand that only we can understand, as the word says, tadri, uh, yeah, ma kunta tadri, tadri, you can understand within your capacity. So the prophets are selected so that they are ready to receive the message and understand it. Okay, so that is their capacity. I have to take care of my capacity. Now, how can I communicate with the meaning side of the universe, with the meaning which reveals to me through the teachings and also conveying the message the Spirit brought to the prophet? I can communicate with these sources at the same time and try to increase my capacity to understand the meaning more, so that I will become aware of the qualities of ghaib. It means the subject of iman, belief in the ghaib, which kind of qualities it has. Not only there is a ghaib, God is in ghaib. I believe that the universe is created and the creator is called God, or in Arabic, Allah. Okay. And that's it. I believe. Okay. I believe there is a singer and he sings. Did you listen to his singing? No. Did you really enjoy it? But I didn't listen. How can I enjoy it? I'm giving the extreme example. But I believe that there is a singer. Okay. For example, this book has an author. Yeah, I believe. Okay. Did you read? No. So that, do you know the author, which kind of knowledge he is transferring to you? I didn't read the book. I don't know. But I am sure, definitely, this book has an author. Yeah, it is not a wrong word or sentence. This book is an author, yeah. But did you know anything about the author that you don't see? You see the book only. No. So how much you know ghaib? There is ghaib. Finish. That is very disappointing for human beings, because, well, I have the book, I have the capacity, the potentiality to read and understand it. Why shouldn't I use it? I have to use it. So iman in ghaib becomes more and more apparent, understandable, comprehensible to me, as much as I studied the book and I develop, improve iman. It means awareness of the necessary existence of ghaib, therefore, necessary existence of the qualities of the creator and communicate with him because I have the tools, because I am giving the spirit ruh as well. So communicate with him. Is it the ultimate aim? Not yet. Because when Quran uses iman, the word means belief in ghaib. It doesn't mean only, yeah, I believe. But how about this comprehensive understanding of the ghaib communicating with you and saying, still, one may say, yes, here I am. I understand that such a being exists. I understand that such qualities exist. I understand that these qualities belong to him, but I have my own spirit and I have my own qualities. And yeah, he is the God, the creator. He exists and he is in ghaib. It means he is transcendental to the universe. It is indescribable in terms of the universe. I understand, but I am here with my own qualities. Yes, he gave it to me, but I am not connecting them together. My qualities may not be, that is very important. My qualities may not be submitting themselves to the manifestations of the qualities, to the teachings of the qualities through the verbal speech, to the manifestations of the qualities manifested in the universe. And my tools are given to me in order to comprehend, appreciate, and follow these qualities. Submit my tools to these qualities only. Don't disperse it. Don't deviate them and use them in order to understand the matter itself without qualities. Some men, some people may choose this way. Free will is there. So we have to understand that belief in God cannot be perfect unless it turns into submission, submitting your qualities to Him, using your qualities of understanding the qualities of the Creator there, understanding the presentation of the Creator to you through speech, which is the book, revelation, and devote your qualities to understand this side of the universe, meaning side of the universe, meaning which comes to you. It means you are not, I am not. If I do that, if I choose this way, I am not submitting myself to what I believe that exists. That means I am externalizing the creator of the universe, externalizing my creator out there. I'm not internalizing it and getting in contact with him by submitting myself. That is called worship. Submitting my qualities to his qualities and devoting these qualities to communicate with these qualities only. While I am eating, while I am working, while I am doing my social activities, whatever I do, while I am doing all these activities, I have to devote my qualities to his qualities and use my qualities in order to understand his qualities. Eating action must be to understand his being generous, his being merciful, his being provider, his being wise, his being all powerful. When I eat it, all the food is disseminated through my cells and my life conditions continue. How does it happen? Because of his wise, his absolute knowledge, his absolute wisdom that he created me with these qualities. That is how I become continue my existence, my life. So we understand from there that I have to use my qualities in order to become more and more aware of his qualities. Everything I do in this world must be for this purpose. It is hard to practice, I know. It is hard to practice, I know. But this is the ultimate purpose of my existence in this world. So this verse says, if I did not reveal the meaning to you, if I did not reveal the spirit to you that deciphers this meaning, it means if I did not equip you with spirit, if I not equip the universe with spirit, if I not equip the prophet with the spirit, the message, meaning carrying angel, you would know nothing. That the universe is a book, and God's speech comes to you in the form of scripture, and what belief in ghaib and how to communicate with it. Yeah. ولكن جعلناه نورا نهدي به من نشاء. من عبادنا. It means the translation is here, and we made it a light, nur, guiding with it whoever we will of our worshippers. But look, we have to understand, in order to be guided, we have to choose to submit ourselves to him. That's worship. That is ibad. But if I choose not to worship, it means not to submit. That means not to believe. That means not to use my qualities in order to understand their source, and not to look at the meaning side of the universe in order to understand where these meanings came from. What is the source of this? I am not the abd. If I am not the abd, I will never receive the light. I will never receive the guidance to communicate with the universe on the right way. I will never learn it. So the guidance comes to me with the light. Light means enlightens my spirit. Yeah, enlightens my spirit. So the light becomes my guide, which says the verbal explanation of the creator, how to communicate with the universe and try to get the meaning of the universe and communicate with the creator through the meaning manifested in this physical world. It means in my worldly life, I will be communicating with the creator through the light that I received, through revelation. It means the verbal explanation, verbal guide is given to the prophet, and I receive it with this guide and study it. Should realize the uh, compatibility between the light in the universe, light in the scripture. It means the meaning in the universe and meaning in the scripture help each other to understand each other. The revelation guides me how to decipher the meaning of the universe. Meaning of the universe helps me how to understand the revelation. They are in, uh, in correspondence with each other, so that I will use one of them as an evidence for the truthfulness of the message in the book. I will use the book, how to understand and approach to the universe in order to get the right meaning of the universe and communicate through my spirit, so that I will be satisfied with it and will be in touch with the ghaib while I'm living in this world. That is why it is very important to understand that. What happens if we understand this? We don't have much time. What happens if we understand it? So from our abad, it means from the people who want to realize, who chooses to realize the real meaning of the universe and get in touch with it, acknowledge it, and submit to it. That is how guidance comes to us. But this guidance comes from the Creator only. It means I will ask the Creator, I will choose to ask the Creator to guide me, so that the Creator will create the result for me, because I cannot create the result. I can only ask in this world by obeying the order of the universe, which is the will of the Creator. But only I obey the will of the Creator, I can get the result. That's why the Quran says we made it a light and guiding with it. With this scripture. So, وَإِنَّكَ لَتَهْدِي إِلَى صِرَاطٍ مُسْتَقِيمٍ. And how is it translated? We will, you will give, no. وَإِنَّكَ لَتَهْدِي, only after that, you receive the guidance. Only after you complete the previous explanations in your life, these processes, you go through it. Only after that, in that position now, you can guide also other people to the right way of the Sirat al-Mustaqim. They say straight path, but what is straight path? Right way of communicating, connecting yourself with the Creator, communicating with Him, right way of submitting to Him. But if you don't go through these stages mentioned before in the verse, you cannot guide people. If someone cannot become aware of the qualities of the ghaib and confirm it, choose to confirm it, iman, how can you guide people to the right path? It means right path means the right way of communicating with my Creator. For example, some people really use the right way of communicating. Some people may deviate. Some people, there is no communicating. Why should I bother? There is no such thing. Why should I bother? Now, if you want to help people with the guidance you receive, first of all, you have to go through the stages. As much as you go through the stages, only that much you can guide people. For example, you want to teach, mathematics. How much you can teach mathematics? Now, today I never received any comment in the chat box. No question, but I never let anybody speak as well, because the subject was so delicate. If we were now, if we didn't concentrate on it, we would not really able to complete the circle. I don't know whether I was able to complete the circle, although within myself, I feel that circle is complete, but I could express it or not, I don't know. I can do it only as much as I receive it, the guidance, if you like, as much as I digested it within myself. So that is the example. Uh, okay, please answer this question. You can, all of you answer this question. How much mathematics you can teach to a student? The student is perfect. How much you can teach? Very bright student, smart. Any answer? Speak. We don't have time. It is already deadline or over deadline.
Only because I've been educated in myself.
That's so simple, isn't it? Thank you. I wouldn't say, oh, you are bright or something. No, it's so simple. Everybody, they don't speak, but everybody understands this. Everybody says this, would say the same thing if they spoke. So, can you teach more than you learn? Exactly what this verse is saying. Look, only through going these stages, then you can become. That's where inneke. It means this. Where is not additional. No. It is a consequence of this. Yeah. As a result of this, conclusion of this previous stages that we have been talking about it for an hour and a half, only after that you can give guidance to the straight path. Isn't that correct? Does it make sense to you? Can you teach somebody which you don't know? Can you teach somebody that you don't experience? Can you teach somebody that you don't feel? Can you teach something to another person that you don't really submit to the subject? It means this is not related to me. Yeah, there is something, but I have a boss, but I don't care. I have a state authority, but I don't acknowledge him. Yeah, I don't deny it is there, but I am not going to obey him. Can you do that? Yes, we can. I can say that this book has an author, but I don't mind about what he said. None of my business. I don't want to learn what he said. Can we do that? But look, to believe in God is necessary, but doesn't make me further ahead. No, I don't. I believe mathematics is a very important discipline. I have to, everybody must know it, but I don't study. So go through these stages only as much as you know, you internalize it, you digest it within yourself, and you should be in communication with it. It means loving relationship with your creator. You experience it in your own life. You submit your feelings to his will, because your feelings, your capacity, your potentiality is your spirit. Your spirit is from him. So return your spirit to him. Submit your spirit back to him. You are the owner. I am not the owner. I have to use this trust in me from you in order to understand you, appreciate you. That means level of worship. And we reduced the level of worship to the number of the units, record of our prayers. But the consciousness gives the level. Consciousness really shows the degree of our submission to him. It doesn't mean that when we pray we do nothing. No, you do. But level depends on your submitting your spirit to its source. It means in order to understand the qualities of the creator, which is, we call it God's spirit, if you like, God's qualities. So you have to use the tool in order to understand what the tool is going to be used to decipher the qualities of the creator, then submit your tool to it. Don't keep it in your box. Use it and let it function. That is submission. So as much as I become an abd, that much at that level, I can guide people to the straight path of worship. It means abd, the better abd, be a better abd, better abd. It means better qualified in communicating with the creator, better submit, to become more and more conscious of his presence in your being, as it is in the being of the universe. Be in contact with them. Never ignore the universe. Never ignore the message in the universe. Never ignore the message from the through the messengers. So verbal speech and the action-wise speech must be in contact with you, the speech in your human side. So human side must submit to them. If you don't open or draw your curtains back, the light of the sun doesn't come into your room. But if you have a small hole, that much light comes to you. Bigger room, that much light. A bigger hall, and if you draw the curtain completely, the light comes through the window as much as the capacity of the window is. It means how large it is. Yeah. So there are degrees in submitting. There are degrees in iman. There are degrees in belief. There are degrees in worship. So there are degrees in guiding people to the straight path. So not that you just take a verse from the Quran and recite it to other people. Yeah, it is a guidance that much, right? That's it. So there are endless degrees. Inshallah, we will start the chapter Shams. Is, I mean, I love studying the Quran, so that's why you are here, the lover of the Quran here. So we will study this chapter Shams. This is also as exciting as chapter Qadr, Laylatul Qadr. So inshallah, next Monday, we will start from here. I would like this question to our friend asked that we should study this verse of Shanhak. I think we can pass to the Shams, is that? Can we? Especially you required this of Shanhak. What do you think?
Yes, doctor, you can do whatever you think is appropriate.
So what somehow did you get something out of today's discussion?
Yeah, it was amazing. I enjoyed every minute. Thank you so much.
No, you are welcome. But inshallah, okay, you wanted it, and I respected your uh, preference. Inshallah,
Alhamdulillah, thank you.
yeah, you are welcome. Inshallah, next Saturday, and if and Monday, next Monday again, inshallah, with God's will, we will start with chapter Shams. Thank you very much. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim wa akhiru da'wahum and alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.